How about your UCOP band, ladies and gents? There is a space in my heart where I find the truth. I find me in you, a truth beyond what you may see now. But when we are one, we bring more good about. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah, there is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. See with new eyes, allow and unfold, embrace and let go, trust the flow. There's a freedom with love when you follow your heart. Together we are stronger than we could ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah, there is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Breathe in and out. Slowly feel all that's around you. All that you feel, all that you know, let it go. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. Yeah, when we unite. Yeah, when we unite. When we unite. You are welcome here. Love is welcome here. Peace is welcome here. You are welcome here. Thank you. If you could please stand and join us in singing We Shall Be Known. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Please stay standing and joining us with I Release. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Good morning. Good morning to everybody in the room. Good morning to everybody with us in our online balconies of Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to Unity Church of Overland Park. It's a beautiful day out there. The cooler weather's coming. I'm just loving it right now. And it's so good to be with all of you wherever you might be. I'm Reverend Eileen Stulak. I'm the Associate Minister of Operations here. And our Senior Minister, Reverend Jackie Fernandez, she is with our sister church this weekend actually, in Louisville, Kentucky. She has been walking their their board of directors, their congregational leaders, and their congregation this morning and this afternoon through a lot of training processes that they have requested around the DEI initiative, including its diversity, equity, inclusivity, as well as justice and belonging. And so we bless her, we bless them as they take these very important next steps in their spiritual community this morning. And I am thrilled to have with me.
Hi, I'm Laura Carl, minister in training.
That's right, that's right.
You will not believe what happened to me this weekend.
What?
Someone tried to sell me a coffin.
No.
I know.
What would you say?
I said that was the last thing I need.
Jackie incarnated in a different body this morning with the wonderful jokes. That was a good one. That was a good one. Well, we want to also say hello to Pancho, Javier, Reverend Fred, the band. Thank you all for being here once again. And we have a great service planned for you this morning. We've got ASL interpretation available through Stacy McIntosh Lilly, and we want to start with an opening prayer and some blessing of prayer requests that have come into the ministry as well. So let's take a moment to make that intentional connection with God's presence within us. Today's daily word just struck me this morning when I opened my phone and it was waiting for me, because the last few weeks or so I have just felt a heaviness around so many of the challenges that are in our lives, individually or collectively, and in particular the division that exists amongst so many people. And I was struck by the daily word today because it is one word, and it's simply belong. I don't happen to believe that differences equate to division. There's a place for everyone to belong, and so our opening prayer is going to be an adaptation of what the daily word said today. When there is a true sense of belonging, it's one of the best feelings in the world. It's knowing that wherever we are at home. Wherever we are, whoever we are fully accepted just as we are. And we are valued because even amongst the billions of people that cohabitate this planet together, we are each unique and have unique contributions to share. And so today, let's celebrate our belonging as divine beings, children of a loving Creator. Let's celebrate that no matter what our station in life might be, no matter what our personal histories have been to date, no matter our individual particular circumstances, we are valued. We are a valued member of this human family. And as we accept that truth for ourselves, let's extend it, the very same understanding, to all others. Let's look beyond appearances. Let's look beyond any of our own preconceived notions and just see our fellow divine beings. Let's honor their unique gifts as we want ours to be honored in return. And we affirm these words this morning because we do belong together. We belong to one another. We all belong in the family of Spirit. So let's join together now in affirming together the words that ground these words as spiritual truth. This is how and why we belong, as different as we are, as unique as we are. Because of one thing. Let's speak it together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good.
And let's take a moment to really think about that source and how we're all connected to it. And that we know at our core we are perfect healing and wholeness. And we hold space for everyone that is feeling the appearance of chaos in situations that they would rather not be in. But we know the truth and we hold that truth for them. that we are all beings of love and light. And so it is. Amen.
Get ready, 'cause here I come now. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Get ready, 'cause here I come now.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Tony.
And I am Barb, and we have a few announcements for you. This is the last week to register for Celebrate Your Divine Identity, a LGBTQ plus retreat hosted by our Folks with Faith group at Unity Village. The event is taking place October 24th through the 27th and will include inspiring music, interactive keynotes, wisdom workshops, sacred ceremony, transformational art, and meditation experiences. And of course, a drag show. You can find out more details and register online at folkswithfaith.org or by using the link provided in our e-news.
And please join us next Sunday, October 20th, for an update meeting on our efforts with the Good Faith Network. We'll share the results of our recent listening sessions, offer updates from the Good Faith Network Board of Directors, and provide information on the upcoming Community Problems Assembly on Sunday, November 3rd. We'll meet here in the sanctuary at 11:45 a.m. right after service.
All right, now for some fun stuff. Our annual Fall Faith Gala and fundraising event is happening on Friday, November 15th. This year's gala will continue our Fall Faith theme of Discovering Fire and include wonderful food, a cash bar, live music, and dancing with Terry Swope and his band. Yay! Okay, and that wasn't the end of the sentence. Auctions and raffles and a whole lot of fun along with the band. Tickets are on sale starting today in the cafe. The cost is $50, and we're also bringing back the Generosity Fund because we want everyone to be able to go. This is a fund you can donate to, and the money is used to assist anyone who may not be able to pay the full amount of their ticket. Tickets will also be available for purchase online beginning this coming Friday. The link will be in our e-news. We hope to see everyone there.
And now, let's join together in speaking the joint vision statement of the Unity Movement. A world
powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
All right, thanks, Barb and Tony. Here comes Pancho again. You again?
What is more useless than being angry at a river? It is just the river doing what rivers do. Truth is that some truth tastes a little bitter, but it can make you better as you make your way through. And the light shines on those who are left behind. The light still shines. The light shines even in the darkest times. So look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. What is more useless than screaming at the darkness? It is just the darkness doing what darkness does. But But it is the darkness that offers up the sunrise, offers up a space for the seed to hide in the night. The light shines on those who are left behind. The light still shines. The light shines even in the darkest times. So look up, look up, look up. 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 Maybe I'm useless. I'm angry at a river. It is just a river doing what rivers do. But I am a human, a being, not a doer. Going to let this anger pass on through. But the light shines, and this time will be alchemized. The light still shines. The light shines even in the darkest times. So look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Look up at the sun, look up at the moon, look up at the eyes of the people who are coming through. Look up at the spirit that is always free. Look up at the hope and the strength and the power of community. Look up at the dawn, look up at personality. Look up at yourself and look up for me. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Everybody sing. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Everybody sing. Look up, look up, look up. Look up, look up, look up.
I want to take a moment to just say that that song, thank you all so much for the beautiful offering of that song. That was written by Amy Steinberg. You may have seen the citation on the initial screen. And Amy was supposed to be standing where I'm standing right now today. She was to be here not only to share her musical talents and gifts with us, but also the message and this third week of our fall series. And we shared last week that Amy lives in Asheville, North Carolina. And she needed to stay put with her partner. They're still processing, they're still moving through just the basic needs that are being provided to everyone in the area. And she wrote that song about a week ago about the experience. And we came upon that. We came upon that, and Reverend Jackie and she are good friends, and they've been in communication, and we immediately reached out and said, can we do this? Do you have a chart for this for our band? And she immediately sent it. And so there'll be another song that Amy has written later on in the service, but we just want to continue to hold her and every person she represents throughout this country that is going through the devastation that has been present these last couple of weeks and is going to be with us as we move through it for a fairly long time in the rebuilding process, and so that they know that our love is unending and we're holding her in our hearts this morning in a very special place. So thank you for that. All right, so before I go into the details of offering the message and meditation we're going to have today, I'd like to speak to those of you who are with us online in our balconies of YouTube and Facebook so that you have time, if you need it, to gather a couple of things. We included a document in our e-news this past Friday, which was an outline, a sketch of a labyrinth. And so if you have not yet downloaded that or printed it out, please do so if you want to, and if you don't have the opportunity to do that, if you can grab a blank sheet of paper or even the palm of your hand will work just well as we enter into our experience this morning. And another part of our exercise is going to be that of authentically relating to another person. And so if there's not someone physically present with you as you're watching right now or sometime in the future, you might want to grab a photograph that might be in your home, or maybe just have your phone ready to text somebody when the time comes, or again, you can always just call people into your mind, into your heart, and move through the experience in that way. Okay, so we are in week 3 of our Fall Faith series for this year, which is Discovering Fire. It's based on the book, Discovering Fire, Spiritual Practices That Transform Lives, written by Roger Wolsey. Each week, we're delving into some of the 31 fires, the 31 spiritual practices that he offers in his book, and they are practices as a means towards experiencing that transformation that we want in our lives. Last week, Reverend Jackie shared some of the practices that focused on the teachings that are found in the Abrahamic traditions of Christianity and Judaism and Islam. And this week, in week 3, chapter 3, Mr. Wolsey offers a practice that he says blurs the lines and transcend the various traditions and lineages, with a focus on practices that foster stillness and physical activity. And right there in that one sentence, we are given what I think is the primary intention, not only for this week right now, but also for our ongoing processes of living being these embodied spiritual beings in this embodied spiritual journey and experience that we are creating. And the intention is one word: balance. The balance between being still and physical activity. The balance between doing and being. Now, if you've read ahead, you may already know that in this chapter 3, we're offered 13 fires, 13 spiritual practices for our discovery, or maybe a bit of a rediscovery, but all for our consideration. And I encourage you to take time to reflect upon each of them as they're written about and offered in the book. But for our time here together, I've chosen 5 of the practices that I believe interact really well with each other in the experience that our team has created to offer to you today. Now, this experience is one that's going to include 4 distinct parts that are going to give you opportunities to experience that ebb and flow of being still and of being physically active. You're going to have time to embrace yourself as that embodied spiritual being that you are, of feeling into that sweet spot in you where everything about you, whether it's your body, mind, soul, spirit, everything all at once tells you you're in that healthy balance. You've found that sweet spot. These chosen fires are going to give you time for yourself and time to interact silently with others. They'll give you the opportunity to honor the divine qualities that are present within you and also present in everyone else, a powerful reminder of that oneness that we share together. And they'll provide a space, if you want to set any individual intentions for your life that you may have been holding on to in your heart. You're just feeling it today, that it is time to just affirm them, let them go, release them into the universe, put them prayerfully into action today. So you can see that the room and the lighting today has been set a little bit differently than usual. And the goal that we had was to create the feel of a mini labyrinth in the room. You know, as you look around the room, you can see that there's some gentle curves in and out of the seating that we have. That there is like a plus sign in the middle of the seating, right in the center where there are aisles that lead to the altar table, the sacred center that you find in a labyrinth. And the objects on that altar table today are personal items that I've brought in that are reflective of one or more of the 5 fires, 5 practices that we're going to be experiencing today. Labyrinth is one of those practices, and it's also going to be the foundational support for our entire experience. A second of the fires is that of grounding or earthing, of feeling connected to this beautiful planet that we inhabit. And so when we begin, you're going to be invited to start walking the labyrinth. And if you want to kick your shoes off to feel more grounded, feel free to do so. The next fire during the walk is that of solitude, a time just to be with yourself. And that'll be followed by an exercise called authentic relating, where you'll have the opportunity to, again, silently interact with another person. And then the fifth and the final fire for today is that of kirtan, or chanting. Reverend Fred and Pancho are going to be offering this beautiful chant while you will be given time to bless the experience that you will have had, offer any prayers you may wish to release to the universe, and it'll be a means to help bring the overall experience to a close. And so participate in this experience as you wish. If you do not want to walk, or if it would be difficult or not possible for you to do so, you can experience the entire thing from your seats wherever you might be. And if you are walking and you want to sit, go ahead and sit down anywhere. I'm going to guide you through each of the practices that we're going to be exploring today with some grounding words. And then Reverend Fred will be offering some beautiful underbedding music as you continue to have the experience as you walk around the room. And we're also going to offer both visual as well as auditory signals so that you will know that it's time that I'm going to segue us from one fire to the next. Okay? So let's begin. For those of you that would like to walk, just go ahead and start stepping out into the outer areas of around the perimeter of the chairs or in any of the aisleways that have been created. Just find a space wherever it is that you would like to begin your walk. However the movement unfolds is the way it should unfold. If you all end up in synchronicity, just walking in the same direction, that's fine. And if you're crisscrossing, going in opposite directions, that is fine as well. And for those of you online, if you have the labyrinth document or a piece of paper or the palm of your hand, you can just trace your path on it. And so take a moment to center yourselves, to just pause for a moment and center yourselves in your heart, to connect with Spirit as you know it to be. Pause to notice if you feel or receive or hear a specific intention. And again, feel free to stop, sit, pause as you are guided. And so a labyrinth is a walk with God. It's one that leads from the outer edge to a center. It is a spiritual tool meant to awaken us to the deep rhythm that unites us to ourselves and to the divine light of Spirit that calls from within. It's a place where the soul finds healing and wholeness, connecting us to the depths of our souls so we can remember who we are. So as you walk, notice your breath. Notice the feelings in your physical body as you take each step. Feel into the intention you may have set and allow it to gently rest in your heart. And if there was no specific intention, perhaps a simple affirmation such as peace, be still, or I am a child of God. Just simply open to the guidance and the wisdom of Spirit in you as you continue your walk with God. We're going to move on to our next spiritual practice, and just a reminder that you do not need to sit back down. The labyrinth is the foundational piece for the whole experience, and so I would invite you to consider continuing your walk around the labyrinth as we're experiencing each of the fires and practices that we follow. And so if you want to get back up again before I move on, that would be fine. You can continue walking or find a chair if you want. But as you get up, we're going to move into the practice of solitude. And so just find enough space between you and another person as you're walking or as you're sitting so that you can feel into the practice of solitude. Solitude is not always easy. Sometimes it's because our natures are more extroverted and we thrive from being around others. Sometimes we may fear the onset of loneliness and the misery that that might become. But however you have viewed it or felt about it to date, let the spiritual practice increase your capacity for times of solitude. Because theologian Paul Tillich once offered that loneliness is the pain of being alone. And solitude is the glory of being alone. The glory of being alone. And so as I paraphrase from our book, consider some of the ways you can experience this kind of glory. The glory of learning more about yourself, of growing and figuring out what inspires you. The glory of curating your own dreams, your own beliefs, your own stunning clarity. The glory of meeting people with whom you deeply resonate because you are so sure of who you are. So open to the glory that is for you as you take a few moments for a sacred walk, a sacred time of solitude. So we move on now to the fire, to the spiritual practice of authentic relating. And an exercise of this practice is that of eye-gazing, which I invite you now to experience. So if you are comfortable doing so, partner up with someone, and you can sit down, you could stand, but however you do it, make sure that you're just face to face. And this is an exercise, this is a spiritual practice done in silence. So for about 30 to 45 seconds or so, look, gaze into each other's eyes. Notice the presence of the person in front of you. Feel their presence in front of you. Become aware of how you feel in their presence. And at the end of your time together, offer each other a silent blessing. That could be in the form of a bow, or if mutually agreed, a gentle squeeze of each other's hands, or a hug, or maybe just putting your hand over your heart and offering a smile. And then move on to another person and repeat the practice, and then another, and so on, until you see or hear our cue that will move on to the next fire. And so if you are online, you might want to pull out that photograph. Or if you want to send a text to someone in your life, maybe try doing it with just emojis so that you're not using words to express. Or just call people into your mind and notice how you feel about them and send them a blessing. And so we move into this time now of authentic relating. from wherever you are, standing or seated, we're going to move into our final practice, that of kirtan and its element of chanting. The songs offered during kirtans are typically songs of praise. They're chants that often emphasize the divine qualities that are within us, the qualities of that one presence, that one power in the universe and in our lives. Qualities we are called to embody and also to express. The lyrics of chants are sacred, whether we understand the language they're in or not, and they are believed by many to bring unique vibrations that can be healing to both the body as well as the spirit. And so this is a time for you to breathe into all that you've experienced this morning, to bless it, all of it, because we know in truth, in spirit, it is all good. It is all good. And I'd like to suggest and invite you in this process that as you silently bring forth and release your prayers, that you do it intentionally to each of the 4 directional walls within the sanctuary. To the north, to honor the element of earth and the qualities of nurture and some strength. To the east, to honor the element of air and the breath of life. To the south, to honor the element of fire and its power of transformation. And to the west, to honor the element of water and movement in life. And then as you feel complete or you hear the music beginning to come down to its close, you can return to your seats if you are up on the pathways of the labyrinth. And so I'm going to invite Reverend Fred and Pancho to begin our chant. And I invite all of you, wherever you may be, to start creating your unique experience of closure and blessing of the experience that you have had.
The earth is good, the water's good, the fire and wind, they're good. And the sky is good, and the moon and the planets, oh, they're good. And all beings are good, and our bodies are good, and our mind and our spirit, they're all good. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. The earth is good, and the water's good, and the fire and wind, they're good. And the sky is good, and the moon and the planet, oh, they're good. And all beings are good, and our bodies are good, and our mind and our spirit are good. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 It's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. It's all good, 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 it's all good to me. And the good,
It's all good.
it's all good, it's all good, it's all good,
It's all good to me. It's all good. 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 It's all good to me. It's all good. 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 It's all good to me. It's all good. 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 It's all good to me.
Now is the time in which we bless our gifts of talent, treasure, and time. But before we do, I think we should express some gratitude. First to the band. And Reverend Eileen for taking us on that amazing journey. To those in the balcony, thank you for your time and being here. For everyone in this room, thank you for being here and sharing that. And if you feel comfortable, please turn to each other and thank each other. All right, now we can do our blessing. Divine love to us blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am joy-filled and grateful.
Been through the desert, walked through the ocean, climbed up a mountain, and sang in the wind. Cried in the moonlight, drank at the potion, which the fell in sin. Been searching for an answer to make me complete. Every time I think I found it, I go drifts under my feet. All I know is every moment is a blessing. Every love is a lie. Beauty comes with every sunrise. Living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose of life. Talk to the goddess, lie in the night, dance with the devil, I've screamed at the storm, held hands with the holy, I've touched the divine, plucked every petal complete. Every time I think I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. All I know is every moment is a blessing. Every love is like the light. Beauty comes with every sunrise. Living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose of life. Every kiss is a wonder, and every heart is like a shooting star. You are perfect in the moment, so live out loud, 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 and just be who you are. Yeah. Be who you are, be who you are. You gotta be who you are. Be who you are, be who you are. You got to be who you are. Be who you are, be who you are. You got to be who you are now. Be who you are, be who you are, be who you are.
Pancho, I think Amy would be very proud right now with that. Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. Thank you to the band as well. Always, 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 always. This month, our volunteer appreciation group is that of our AV team. If you are, Jim, stay where you are. Don't stand on that ladder. But anybody else that's on the AV team in the room, if you would stand so we can offer you some appreciation for all that you do. All that you do. And this is the one thing that I feel so blessed in a way, because I don't know how to do it. So that's one thing I can't get involved in or answer any questions. So I'm free for everything else. But thank you guys for everything you do. A couple quick reminders. I want to circle back to one of the announcements that was made this morning about the meeting next Sunday after our service here for our UCOP Good Faith Network membership, and that includes anybody who wants to attend the meeting. One of the things of feedback that you offered to me and many other spiritual communities around the county had the same sort of feedback that we sent back to the leaders of Good Faith Network, was that sometimes there are big gaps between the 4 major events that we are all asked to participate in, and sometimes we just don't always know what's going on. And so we've listened to that, and that's why we're going to have this meeting, so that the Good Faith Network staff is going to be here to join us, and they're going to be able to provide you with more information about what goes on behind the scenes before we're up in front of the cameras and the lights and all of that with the negotiations that we take. Things that don't always make the news or the newspapers or the social media posts. They're going to be able to share with us, what do we do now when we get a no to something that we've asked for? It doesn't mean we're done necessarily. And so some of that information is going to be shared as well as just more information about the November 3rd gathering of all the spiritual communities within Johnson County, when we come together to get updates on the initiatives that we have been working on, decide whether we're or time to just set aside, and for sure there is going to be a vote taken by members that are present for the next new initiative that the Good Faith Network is going to take on. And that was a result of all the listening sessions. If you were with ours, you shared what was on your heart, what's keeping you up at night. All of that data is being drilled down into probably 3 or 4 or 5 top, and then we'll vote, and whatever is gets the most votes at that assembly is the next initiative that we will begin to work on. So please, if you can, join us here in the sanctuary after the service next week to get updated and to see what it might be in terms of your next involvement with the work that we do. And then secondly, real briefly, buying your tickets to the gala out in the cafe. I just checked my phone, and as of 5:49 a.m., the tickets were somewhere in a post office in Overland Park. So they were supposed to be at my home on Friday. So We're still going to sell tickets, all right? They're probably going to be in my mailbox when I get home later this afternoon, but we will just pull tickets. We're going to have you sign your contact information, and also we will just pull that particular ticket for you, have it for you next week, or if you're ever in the neighborhood and want to see if somebody's here at the office, you can stop by during the week, okay? All right, let's join together in affirming the mission statement of this incredible spiritual community together. Unity Church of Overland Park transforms lives and empowers people to make a difference in the world. And we start young. This is how we make differences in the world, is we have these wonderful kids with us that are going to come in and share what they've done. So let's welcome them on in.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God. We are walking as the love, as the love, as the love. We are walking as the love of God.
Do you need me to hold this? You okay? All right.
Nope, just right here. There we go. Good morning, friends. We had some newcomers this morning. We have Amelia and Weston and Asa. And this morning, we were getting to know each other a little bit, and then we went back to the multi-purpose room, and we did some yoga. Yes, we had a great time. We practiced being snakes, and we practiced being lions and dogs. We had a lot of fun, and we talked about that sometimes we just need a little bit of alone time, and that's okay, right? Okay. We are all very happy you're here this morning. If you would please stand as you are willing and able for our final song.
Thank you for joining us in God in Everything. I see joy, I see peace, I see the goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what light brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. I choose joy, I choose peace, I choose goodness surrounding me. I choose love in every breath I breathe. I choose God in everything. I choose happiness, I choose freedom. I choose the beauty that lives in me. I choose perfection in what life brings. I choose God in everything. As we like to conclude our service, if you could just approach the person next to you or behind or in front of you and let them know that you appreciate the light that you see within them, as we appreciate the light of everyone in this room and everyone watching at home. I know joy, I know peace, I know the goodness surrounding me. I know love in every breath I breathe. I know God's in everything. I know happiness, I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection and what life brings. I know God's in everything. I know God's in Namaste.
And if you join with me now in closing our service with our prayer for protection, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Blessings, everybody.